Now, the Pauli principle is the final step. The Pauli principle is basically an orbital that can only hold 0, 1, or 2 electrons. And if 2 electrons are present, then their spins must be exactly opposite. No 2 electrons in the same atom can have the same 4 quantum numbers. That's the big part of it. Now, if we look at the Pauli principle, we can certainly give you an example on what this actually means. So, firstly, we'll be looking at hydrogen. Now, wait, if I can just find, yeah, there we go, text. Okay, so we're going to discuss hydrogen and its electron spin and how it will look like. Hydrogen obviously can only have one, so we're going to so far show you an example of how it would look like. Just make this bigger, and we can see that hydrogen will have an electron with its spin upwards, which is fine. However, if we move on to helium, which will have, let's say, 2 arrows, how will we show that? How will we show those 2 electrons? Well, it's quite straightforward. If I can just find it, here we go, helium. Now, helium, we can show how the electrons have the exact opposite spin. If I can just find the text box, here we go. We're going to draw the text box first. And now we're going to draw those 2 electrons in the arrow form. One arrow will be facing up and the other will be facing down. Now, the reason for this is that if we use both electrons and they face the same spin, they're obviously violating the Pauli principle, which cannot happen. Now, we move on, obviously, to the big one, which is the 4 quantum numbers. No 2 electrons in the same atom can have the same 4 quantum numbers. Now, the quantum numbers are a little bit difficult, however, once into it, we can understand that they basically are 4 quantum numbers, N, L, M, and S. Now, we're gonna actually, let's discuss what they mean. If I could just move this to the side. And we're going to elaborate on what exactly each element means. So if we look at this, N stands for the principal number. Actually, no, I'm just going to use the other part. So, yeah, anyway, L would stand for the azimuthal number, we move on to M, which stands for the magnetic number, and obviously the last one, which is S, stands for the spin number. Now, the rule states that no 2 electrons in the same atom can have the same 4 quantum numbers. Oh, what's going on here? Okay. So if, for example, we have all of these 4 quantum numbers, we can figure out that if both electrons have the same principal number, the same azimuthal number, the same magnetic number, they can't have the same spin number. Because if they do, they're simply violating the Pauli principle, which we can't do.